For more, you fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, I'm ready for more.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Inside.
On play action. Now Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Flush to his right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year with the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
And another nice catch there for a 1st down by Devontae Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18, tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards, and it all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Dillon. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He goes. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On fourth down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. Yards that time on the punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, and with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Five yards remain on second down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And I I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. T.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On the give, this is Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football, CD. That's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass complete, it's Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet half really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
When he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the